And welcome to my channel. These are messages for the rest of July and into August of 2025. Take what resonates with you and your situations in your life and leave the rest for someone else watching. Not every single word out of my mouth is going to pertain to you. It's impossible. So please just know that. Flip flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. We're going to see what's going on for you guys. All right. I already called in everyone's spirit guides and angels and all the protective measures that I needed to take. So really just show me what I need to see. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Noders. If you're on your South Node or in your South Node, then we may be talking about you, but it's up to you to decipher. And sometimes I'm talking about 2 and possibly 3 situations at a time. So that's another thing that you need to decipher, right? All right. Show me what I need to see. Confusion, past to present. We're going to leave that right there. Oops. Yeah, we just had the wolf moon last night. Spying. This is in your present for the next, few weeks or so. Are you spying or is it someone spying on you? Somebody's watching. They're lurking. I just heard lurking. That's creepy. Whoops. All right. West. Okay. That's in your, that's crowning you. Hold on. Cards down. So something about the West. Maybe somebody lives in the West or planning on visiting West. We're going to find out. West is usually known in esoteric knowledge as going towards enlightenment or something. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework, abandonment issues. Somebody was causing confusion in the past and they're spying. They might want to head west. I don't know. Something about the West. I live in the Western Hemisphere. I don't know. Yeah, abandonment issues. One more card, please. We can move on. Thank you. I always take the one on the bottom when I get a bunch. Long hair. Something about that. Okay. So I'm going to take 4 cards of these, get a little bit more of the vibe, and then I'll get into my tarot. There we go. Journey, hope, desire, and officer. Somebody in the military, somebody is some kind of service, right? Community service officer, something. Yeah, this could be a officer, literally. All right, we're gonna put that down. The desire, the hope, and the journey. Yeah, everything's a journey, right? Confusion, the journey of the confusion. Someone kept somebody in confusion for a long time, maybe. Something of that kind. I'm going to use my Rider-Waite deck. All right, show me. Ace of Wands, High Priestess, Lovers, the Fool reversed. Eight of Swords down, Four of Wands. So past to present, I feel like somebody has a new drive. Somebody could be a starseed. Somebody could be a mystic, spiritual, psychic medium. Whoever that is that's connected with ancient knowledge, right? Somebody's spying. This new drive with confusion, you could be feeling confusion. But I'm feeling like the journey of the confusion, there was a new drive. Somebody saw through that or something. The Lover's card here with the West card, maybe somebody's traveling west towards a union, someone you care about or hearing from them. Midwest, I just heard somebody in the Midwest. There's hope here, right? The Fool down tells me that maybe somebody shouldn't be taking any risks right now. This could be fear, right? Like with abandonment issues, right? They're desiring abandonment issues. They're not so innocent after all. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Wow. That was pretty deep for somebody. Eight of Swords down. This is clarity. Long hair, officer, something with an officer. Some military, army, I don't know. Maybe they're a security officer. They work security. I don't know. Maybe it's just a gentleman. Who knows? Four of Wands, yeah, the home. Confusion around the home and the journey of it. Yeah. Planting seeds. I like this. High Priestess, planting seeds. Somebody's spying. They want to know what they're doing. It's not their fucking business. Worry about yourselves, whoever this is. Jeez. People are spying in people's business. That's nice. That's creepy. I'm getting creepy. Ace of Pentacles, dead. This is going to end up to be dead center in the reading. There is a beginning here. There's an opportunity with this relationship. Somebody's hoping for it or something. Queen of Wands down. Abandonment issues. Somebody's not doing anything about it, right? They haven't bossed up or they hate this Queen of Wands, whatever it is, but they're not so innocent. And I feel like somebody needs to play their cards like close to their chest right now. This is Sagittarius. King of Wands down, Queen of Wands, King of Wands down. Somebody with long hair, yeah. Could this be a couple? Obviously, to me. It's obvious, but it depends. Everybody's scenarios are different, right? But the clarity of it, not taking action, and there's something about some kind of police or something here. I'm not sure. Six of Wands down. Yeah. There was news in the past that people didn't want to hear. I feel like it technically was good news, maybe, but whatever, somehow, because this is not a victory card, but this kind of is. This is the second biggest trump card in the deck. So as I read it, right, it is. But yeah, I'm feeling like somebody wants this marriage or this beginning or it was in confusion. I don't know. Something. Show me. I need a bunch of cards. Please. Knight of Cups down. Yeah, somebody's very hateful, unempathetic. The Tower, great. This is crowning Sagittarius. Something about out west, Midwest, the West. The realizations, the shocking moments. This is crowning you for the next couple weeks. but it's an opportunity. This could be a big thing, like a tower moment, could cause chaos and confusion, right? All right, causing chaos and confusion, being very hateful and unempathetic and no apology here type vibe. Great, but then this is upright. So what's that? You can't have the lovers upright with the Knight of Cups down. This is a choice card. Maybe someone's trying to change that, right? The unempathetic. I don't know here. Hold on. Ace of Cups reversed, Seven of Wands reversed. Everything I say in these cards has to do, yeah, with Pan, the devil. I know I got a little paint on it, but through the years. But yeah, Pan, he stinks. He needs a bath, right? We're gonna leave this here and incorporate it. Oh boy. So the whole thing is about, like obsessions, addictions, confusion, South Node. I mean, come on. And then we have the High Priestess here. Sees right through that, right? She's the one that knows, he or she, doesn't matter who I'm talking about. But here it's represented as a female, but Ace of Cups down, no love here, don't want this beginning. It could be both ways, one way, abandonment issues. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want to take this chance. That's what it comes down to. Seven of Wands down is guilty AF. Letting your guard down, no defense. It's all kinds of things like this. There's a lot in this card. And King of Wands, this could be an entrepreneurial energy, but then I have the Queen of Wands right next to it, both reversed. So, there's something about that. Long hair and clarity is here. Anywho, we're going to dive deeper because now I'm really curious, and I'm sure you are too. So I'm going to use my Oz and Wonderland deck. Oops, that came right up. Yeah, Ace of Cups again. Ding, 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 ding. Reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. The High Priestess sees right through the spying and the watching, and, he or she, they know. Of course they know. Page of Swords, if they're the High Priestess, of course they do. The illusion's out, right? All that glitters isn't gold after all, right? Kind of bullshit. There's hope here, though. This is a new drive for a beginning, but not with this union, not whatever this is, right? The two aces together like that. Yeah, that's in the past to present. And then we have Page of Swords over here with the lovers. This is not standing in your truth, right? This could be lies, I guess, right now I'm getting. So, but it's not standing in your truth, right? Hope, desire, lovers. That's relationships of all kinds. That could be family, friends, co-workers, whatever. It does not have to be romantic, right? Not in my readings, right? Some people, maybe they read that way, but there's a lot of different tarot readers, and everybody has their own little way of doing things, and that's what makes their readings them, right? So whatever. Show me what I need to see. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hi, everybody popping in and out. Hi, Jet SCP. It's hard for me to see this while I'm doing this, but hello. All right, so anywho, show me what I need to see. Yeah, dead center in the reading, Sag, is an opportunity being presented to you here. Whether you accept this opportunity or not, I think is ultimately free will, but it's being represented, right? The empath. I personally am a Hyoki. Some of you may be, right? Hyokis. Whoever this is, the healer, right? The one that's connected. This High Priestess could be the empath, possibly. but it's about feelings and empathy, and here there's none with this Knight of Cups down, and that's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, right? Somebody is probably a little timid or a little scared of coming, with the empath abandonment issues, but there's desire there. So, that's a confusing scenario right there. But that's what Pan likes. That's what Pan's all about. Confusion, dismantling, chaos, confusion, all of it. It's, the earthquakes under your feet. Kind of, that's the Pan just thrives. That's what they want deep down, right? Two of Swords. Yeah. Crossroads decisions, yeah, but clarity is here. The opportunities being presented. Someone has long hair, right? Male or female, whatever. The officer right above that. Maybe this person with long hair is an officer or fighting for justice, even. It's all going to be different for all of you. Showing what I need to see. It depends on where you are in the story, right? There's a lot of Sagittarius scenarios. Yeah. Two of Cups down, yeah. This here is represented as Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And I'm kind of getting the vibe of the King of Wands down with the Queen of Wands down, that couple there that I was talking about. It's either an off union or they don't want a reunion, maybe from the home or marriage or whatever. There's confusion here. People don't understand. And again, that's exactly Pan playing his flute, doing his thing, whatever he does, or she. Yep. So, there's the confusion card again. It's a fucking nightmare. People can't sleep at night, probably. There's a lot of nail biting energies. And, obviously, I've had. Yeah, the illusion's out. There's a lot of mental chaos. A lot of, they're at a crossroads, however. This is clarity. I do feel like this High Priestess energy is in clarity, 10 out of 10 times. So it's not that person to me, but here it's planting seeds to the nightmare, I feel like somebody wants this confusion and abandonment issue. I feel like their true intent in their heart of hearts is they're wanting this for someone, and that's pretty sickening. That's pretty fucking sickening. Show me, I need a bunch, please. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Yeah. I do feel like somebody's coming into some information as they've been waiting, and somebody's a procrastination master out there. Or something I heard, I don't know. But there's an opportunity here, and somebody I feel is stuck, It's dead center in the reading. I just feel like they're stuck. Well, get out of the stuckness. Get out of the Pan mode. What, or whatever that is. Hold on. Hold your horses. Judgment down, yeah. Ace of Pentacles down. Ding, 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 ding. Somebody's in bad judgment with this empath. There's abandonment issues. Somebody's really wishing someone to be in bad judgment, lose control, possibly. They don't want them to go further or something. That's like low south node vibes. Yeah, this is kind of some of this is diabolical AF for some of you with these energies. The King of Wands down, not taking action, doesn't want this opportunity, and that's the way it is. Somebody with long hair. They are at a crossroads, but they do not want it. Well, get out of the chaos, make up your mind, yes or no, left or right, people, and that'll help you, you know. Somebody needs to make up their damn mind. Yeah, no empathy. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. This Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They don't. This could be hate, even with confusion and the Six of Wands down, trying to bury shit under the rug, and they don't want to deal with it. And you know, it's not about a victory. It's about love, man, or lack thereof. Show me. Yeah, there is black magic going on. The Magician down with the fucking devil. All right, anyways, or a lot of you out there, anywho, the Hermit down with Knight of Cups. Somebody, you know, they don't want to heal. They don't want to take the time, whatever. They're very unempathetic. They're in a nightmare situation, however, but they don't want to do anything about it and heal. They don't feel like they need to or something, because that's probably part of the mental illness. But the illusion is out. People are spying, they're watching. They could be stalking some people out there. That's going to depend on all of you. But the Magician down is bad crap, right? Because personally, this card represents the creator, the one who creates. Yeah, they created shit. They created the fucking tower, which is like crowning you, west right over it. 2 more cards, please. All right, 6 of Wands down again. Ding, 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 ding. 9 of Wands. Everything I say in these cards that I just pulled, it's about, you know, council, community, a group, working together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, it doesn't look like a dreamy card, though. You know, it looks kind of frightening and scary and confusing, you know, or something like that. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the vibe of this reading, Sagittarius. 6 of Wands down, Ace of Cups down, abandonment issues, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Yeah, there is no victory, right? Something is trying to be kept under the rug. You know, there's no love here. There's no whatever that is. I feel like that's what they're wishing, however, and this is more than likely the reason why they're in bad judgment to begin with. This could be spiritual jail. Somebody's in spiritual jail. If they're wondering why they're not getting any help, is because they're in spiritual jail, right? 9 of Wands. You're not taking me down. I'm fucking beat and exhausted, but I'm gonna keep going. And there's that hawk or whatever, the spirit guide, just kind of, you know, giving you the inspiration and having your back and telling you to go for it, you know, after all of the battled warrior wounds, you know, it's like every wound has a story. Somebody's very weak of this. They have no defense, and someone is resilient here. All right, we're going to get a little deeper still. Use my Viking deck here. And yeah, we'll get a little more clarification and validation. 3 of Pentacles again. Yeah, there was definitely a collaboration or a group of people here, at least 3. Yeah, working on the confusion or whatever. You can see it, working on it, right? He's working, man. That Viking is working hard. You know, for this beginning of no love and confusion, whatever that is, that's fucked up. People that are actually this dark to be, you know, wanting other people. I mean, what is the true intent of people's heart space? You know, we don't know. This is like Page of Wands. Yeah, this could be a child or a kiddo, you know, someone that's you know, in action, like they're I feel like this is almost kind of Page of Swords, like this one. But this one's upright. This one's fighting for the truth. This one's in action. This one's like young and spirited. You know, the illusion's out. Somebody's spying here and somebody's lying. They're not standing in their truth. This is crowning you. Again, Page of Swords down is being clarified by the Page of Swords down, right? With the Lover's card. This is like lying about the relationship. Are people lying to themselves? I wonder. I don't know. Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands again. Ding, 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 ding. And the Knight of Wands again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we're getting all kinds of synchronicities here. Messages and news. Look, you know, when there's fire under a horse's foot, they're going to move. It's coming in fast, right? Abandonment issues, empath. Not so innocent after all, however. But that's probably why they're scared or timid to come forth, because they're guilty AF, right? We already figured that part out. You know, very tired, very depleted, you know, and again, every wound has a story, you know, but going forth with the Two of Wands being at that crossroads, going forward, you know, towards clarity here, and something about an officer, however that fits for you. Or not, because not every single thing will. So whatever. Yeah, show me. I need a bunch of cards, Spirit. Whoops. Not falling everywhere, though. This is 5. Yeah, this is 5 is, I believe it's wand. Yeah, 5 of Wands. I almost thought it was swords, but it's arrows. So, yeah, petty, actually. Petty games, fighting, arguing, jealousy. You know, it's stupid shit. Mind games, probably. Competition, you know, confusion. Yeah, oops, judgment down again. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, gee, I wonder who would be in bad judgment here. Oh, that's in the present. Page 1, standing in their truth, taking action, being courageous, you know. 10 of Cups down, yeah, it's about the unhappy home or broken family or whatever that is to you, dead center in the reading, right? I'll show it to you upright. It might be easier to see it. But yeah, in suspension about the opportunity, right? Somebody's not, something about the West. Okay. 7 of, now what's this one? This one is Swords. 7 of Swords down. We can't be toxic. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework, right? We're in bad judgment. We don't want to take, the Queen of Wands doesn't feel very domestic right now. They don't feel like they're not, maybe things are not being managed well around whatever this energy is. But the Knight of Wands is about messages, however. Yeah, not being toxic. The messages are about not being toxic. Okay, show me. Chariot down, yeah, things coming to a stop. Yeah, somebody might not have a car, or they're having travel issues of some kind. Someone with long hair, right? Things have come to a stop, right? Somebody's beat, somebody's tired. I think they're over it. Whoever that is, they're over it. This High Priestess vibe maybe is over it. Over Pan. He stinks. He needs a fucking bath. Right? He's ruined a family here. Where is it? Dead center in the reading. Oh yeah, that one. Pan's an asshole. Male or female. I don't give a shit. The Hermit, very level. I'll read it level. You can barely see it, but I'll show it to you. Yeah, solitude. Trying to light the light for someone else, though, but going through the dark night of the soul, maybe. This is level. So someone is on the brink of healing and someone is denying or refusing. That's how I get that, you know, with this chaos and confusion, the teamwork that was put into it, and the counsel that was put into it, metaphorically, I believe. All right, 4 more cards here and we can move on. Yeah, it's a journey, man. This has been going on forever and it needs to be ended. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be, you know, kaput. It's enough. Enough is enough is enough. What the fuck? It's never enough though, see? Unless you take the initiality of removing your energy completely. Right? Page of Cups here. They're intuitive, spying, using intuition. Yeah, this is probably related with the High Priestess card. This is listening to the intuition. This person could be a child. 2 pages are being represented here. Someone's very empathetic, very caring, and taking action over this bad judgment, and somebody's spying. Somebody's watching. Of course, it's Pan. Three more, please. Thank you. This is and then these are. All right, so I have an extra here, I believe, but everything I say in these cards has to do with having courage, moving forth, gaining strength, right? I believe that's a polar bear that she's cuddling or whatever, having the strength to walk together, you know, the courage, the oh look, and there I never noticed, but there's like a guide fairy form behind her, which is really cool. Oh, and there's another one down there. Oh, they're all over the place, kinda. Yeah, your guides are with you. I just don't know how much they can help with this bad judgment stuff going on in Pan. So that's going to depend on everybody. Now we have Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords reversed, the Star reversed, and the extra card was the Hanged Man reversed. Ding, 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 ding. Because we had the Hanged Man over there. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, giving, taking this opportunity, it's here. It's here. The bad craft, the opportunity, and the realizations of the whole thing of it, that's crowning you. Yeah, this is happening in the next couple weeks. Yeah, few weeks anyway. Very, very unhealed. No rest for the wicked. Again, right? Not taking the time, very hateful, bad judgment. This is terrible. I mean, who the fuck is this Pan person? They need to get it together. Holy shit. I feel like that there's really no hope in this situation, right? Some of you maybe, the time is now, however. This is like freedom. This is like being cut loose, right? The Hanged Man reversed. You're not being hung up anymore. You're loose now. You're going to be falling to the ground, right? But there's this unhealed. The time is now. The spirit guides are saying you need, whoever this is, needs to heal. Okay. So we're going to move on. I'm going to take some of these. And then I'm going to take some of these. And then I'm going to take some of these. Okay, so give me 3 cards, please. Yeah, somebody wants somebody, just the level of envy and jealousy here is really heavy. 10 of Hearts. 2 of spades, and, oops, I got 2 of them, okay. 3 of diamonds, ace of diamonds. Yeah, bouquets of the flowers indicates an absolute indication of a long and happy life. If children are near by extraordinary honors and fame, this is like the happy family, happy, 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 right? So it is about family more than likely. The star, which technically is my favorite card, the star ensures success in all enterprises, even when it's near unlucky cards. So there is surprise, there is healing, there is hope, you know, but you gotta stick with it, man. You gotta, your heart of hearts, what is in your heart of hearts? Are you wishing and feeling the bleh? Or are you like cool and just hanging? You know? 3 of diamonds. The money safe indicates riches. If it's shut towards the person, it denotes loss. Well, I'm not sure how that is, so you can take it or leave it. Technically, this is the 3 of Pentacles again. Ding, 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 which would be like the whole collaboration, you know, the door's open, and I feel like it, like people got caught or some shit or something. Ace of diamonds. The birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies. If it's far away from the person, it's sevens here. A chance to avert an evil spell. Somebody could have gotten out of they broke a spell, and there's an opportunity here for them. They broke a family curse, and the high priestess knows it. All right, who could be also a high yogi empath. Okay, cool. Or something like that. I'm going to give you a card from my Elemental Oracle. I haven't used these in a while, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. Show me for Sagittarius. Thank you. The East, beginnings. Okay, beginning. West would be endings. Enlightenment, going towards enlightenment. That's how they usually, you know, but here it's beginnings. And like this, it's number 3 up here for those who care. Spreading your magic. She's like flowing with the beginnings, kind of going with the magic of, I really like that card. So east and west, beginnings, endings, yeah, the whole cycle of life here going on, something like that. Somebody may be going west and somebody may be going east. All right, I'm going to take one of these. Oh, look, east again. Isn't that funny? I can't make it up. Spring, Watchtower of the East. I'm going to read this to you for trivia, and I opened right up to it. Ha! Wow, it's coming through. The full moon energies are still here. It was last night. Calling the guardians and gatekeepers of the East, the season of spring brings you fresh ideas as it works in conjunction with the element of air. By visiting the Watchtower of the East, you're being assisted in your journeying work through meditation and connection with the astral plane. Inspiration, creativity, and aspiration grace you. The East will assist in writing, tests, poetry, communication, and intelligence. Now is the time to connect with the god in his boyhood and the maiden aspect of the triple goddess. To plant your seeds and dream big so that the guardians of the East can usher in all that is needed for you to achieve your goals. The color yellow represents the element of air and should be used in accordance with your magical workings at dawn. Spring heralds new beginnings for you in association with whichever one that flanks this one. Yeah. So yeah, the beginnings. It's all about. I feel like it's all in a nutshell. Where it's like being under the transformative death card energy, which technically everyone is on the planet. I believe everyone is. somehow, some shape or form. You know, hold on, I'm going to do one more. I want to give you a rune and then we'll close it out. I'll show you the back too, since they're all different. That looks like Mary, Mother of Tears. Mother of Tears. It says, sometimes the best of life opens only once we've let ourselves shed countless tears. So let go and breathe slowly but surely. Just heal, transform, do what you got to do. Take accountability and responsibility if, when, and where needed. You know, these times are heavy. This reading was heavy for somebody. So, yeah, please like, share, and comment. Help a girl out. Spread the news, man. Trying to just help people get through times like this. Yeah, I hope you have a couple good weeks here. Aside from this, there is a lot to marinate on and a lot to heal from. And you know, that's just the way it goes right now in these times, and we all need it. Period. Be cool, man. Be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.